Katie of KT and the Squid, and in this video I'm going to be doing a detailed yarn review of Cascade's Cherub yarn. So Cherub comes in a few different weights. It comes in baby, which is like a fine or a sock, and it comes in DK, Aran, which is a worsted weight, and chunky. And the Aran and the DK also come in these beautiful multicolors. So with your baby and your DK, you're gonna get 50-gram skeins. And then in your Aran and your chunky, you're gonna get 100-gram skeins. Cherub is made out of 55% nylon and 45% acrylic. To me, that tells me that this yarn is gonna be pretty strong as well as soft and hopefully durable. So Cascade suggests that you machine wash, warm, and tumble dry so it's easy to care for. Online, I found Cherub for as high as $5, maybe a little bit more than $5 a skein, but most prices were under $4, so it's a really great price. I could tell that this yarn is designed for babies and baby garment. And I really like when I looked online, I could find the nice classic baby pastel colors. But also with those pastels, they also have some really fun, more modern colors. They had a really great selection of colors. So like this is the green color that I have in the Aran, and it's kind of pastel-y and a little bit more classic baby color. And then I also have this kind of pink color in the Cherub DK. It's just a little bit more like an antique rose, which is kind of fun. I could tell by looking at the yarn in this skein that it's really soft. And it has a slight sheen to it, but not too high. And it also has this light little halo. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's a little bit of a halo to the yarn. Now, I like the halo because it kind of adds to the softness, but it also kind of worries me that it might pill up really easily. But you'll see pretty soon that that wasn't really a concern with this yarn. So we're gonna take a little bit of a closer look at this yarn, and I'll let you know what I thought about it. So Cherub is a 3-ply yarn. It is nice and round, but it's not a super tight twist. So with this yarn, you're gonna get nice pops in your stitches, as you can see here. These are some swatches that I worked up. All 3 of these I washed. This one is my durability test, so I washed it a few more times. But these 2 I only washed once. I kind of debated taking some steam to it. Ultimately, I decided not to because I didn't want to kill the yarn. With it being 55% nylon, I was worried I would kill all the elasticity in the yarn, so I decided not to block it all. And really, it's okay because they actually lay pretty flat. Really, the only issues I'm seeing is how my knit swatch goes from one stitch to the next. It kind of puckers in. But I think if you have something with a nice ribbed edging or something, that's not going to be a problem, and you're not really going to worry too much about blocking. All you should have to do for this yarn is to throw it in the wash. Easy peasy. And I can tell you that the fabric, I mean, it literally almost feels like nothing. It's so light and airy, and even the worsted weight, it feels really light. And you can see it does have a nice little drape to it, and so does the crocheted swatch. With my crocheted swatch, it was really easy to work with. This is the DK, I used a size F hook, which is 3.5 millimeters. It was really easy to work with. I didn't have any issues with splitting. I didn't have any issues with it kind of snagging on my hook at all. And then with knitting, this is the worsted weight, and I believe I used a size 6. They were bamboo hooks. I thought it was really easy to work with. And these swatches, and I've actually worked with this yarn before, I can't remember coming across any knots or any uneven bits, so I think it's a really good quality yarn. And for the price that you get it for, I think that's great. Now, if you're a person who likes to go through miles and miles of yarn, this is a great option for you because it's a little bit higher quality than some of the acrylics that you get out there. It's still a great price. So this is the swatch that I worked up to see how it would hold up to some wear and tear, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with it. I thought with the little bit of halo that the yarn had that it would fuzz up pretty quickly and then start to pill. But I'm looking at it right now and there are no pills to be found. I washed this a total of 3 times and each time I really rubbed it together. I'm not gentle with these swatches. There's probably as much of a halo as there was when I first started with the yarn. It doesn't look any different. So I'm really impressed with it, and I think for baby items, I mean, the durability is going to be great. It's clear that Cherub was made for babies. Its softness and its durability is perfect for babies. But I would totally wear a sweater or a hat or a scarf or gloves or anything made out of this yarn because it's so soft. I really love the way it feels against my skin. In fact, it was a yarn that I suggested as a substitute for Cascade's 220 Superwash for my Cram Cardi crochet along, which is what's right here behind me. And a lot of people I know have made it out of that yarn and they really enjoyed it. So when you're looking for patterns, I definitely look for things that have pops of stitches. So things with like ribbing or cables, those will work really well with this yarn. But something you might want to keep in mind is how you're going to block or if you're going to block. So I might suggest that you look for a pattern that you probably won't need to block. So if you look at my knitting swatch, you can see how it ends with this ribbing on the top. It doesn't really need any blocking. So if you pick patterns that end in some sort of ribbing, you know, they have some sort of nice stable edge to it, that's probably not going to need blocking. That's going to be a great choice for this yarn. You don't want to steam block because you might end up killing your yarn. Unless, of course, that's something that you might be going for. Overall, I'm really happy with this yarn and I'm actually really surprised with how it held up. If you want to look for some patterns, I suggest you go onto Cascade's website and you can search by yarn and find what kind of patterns they have specifically for this yarn. They have some really cute baby things on there. You can also go on to Ravelry and search for the yarn as well. I want to thank you for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye!